Aloha! Kamaka Brown over here on Talk Story Tuesday, presented by the Sandwich Islands Social Network. Welcome, welcome. We have some great conversation ahead of us, and thank you so much for jumping in and joining the stream right here on Talk Story Tuesday. Welcome everybody, and yeah, sunshine outside, and up here in the valley, everything looks really good, and we're really excited about just some friends of mine. It's good to see them. I haven't seen them in a minute. We're going to talk story about music and about travel and about family and about food, and all of the above, if you will. So please welcome to the Talk Story Tuesday video podcast, presented by the Sandwich Islands Social Network. Here they are, Kilin and Lihao Pike from Kilauea, Kauai. What's up, you guys?
What's that?
Good morning.
Small kind early, I know.
Nah.
Uh,
That's all good.
We got two small
It
kids.
was up for hours
Our
already.
house wakes up early.
okay, all right. Full disclosure. I stay kind of disappointed the Keiki not here. Okay, I was I was looking forward to meeting. I was looking forward to meeting Gemma and Maisie. When Menihuni would tell me that they are the management company that directs KUPAOA, I wanted to speak with them directly, but I don't know, something fishy. You guys got rid
You
of the
gotta
management.
speak to their, you gotta speak to their people. You cannot
Yeah,
speak directly to
they're,
them.
they're hard to get a hold of, you know.
Gotta jump through some hoops to get in touch with them.
Something fishy here, you guys. I don't know. When we was off the air, I said, "Hey, where's Gemma and Maisie?" He said, they're gone." I was going, "Oh man, something fishy about that." I don't know.
Honestly, this wouldn't work out if they was here.
No, it was not at all.
So Gemma is 4. I cannot believe. I remember when Gemma was first born, and you were sharing the pictures of Gemma. I cannot believe that was 4 years ago. Coming up 4 years. Wow.
Yep. In
That's
2 weeks, she'll be 4 years
Oh
old. It's
my
crazy.
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. They're those two munchkins right there. Look at that. So,
Yeah.
and then Maisie is 2. Mm-hmm.
Yep, she'll be 2 very soon.
4 weeks.
2 weeks too. Yep, they're just a few days apart.
Uh-huh. Okay, so who does Gemma take after?
I don't know.
Oh, you're not
she's
going to
different.
point the finger at each
She's
other?
She's a little bit drama, her.
She's drama. Oh, that's gotta
It's
be
little
killing.
drama.
It's gotta
Yeah.
be killing.
maybe
Killing
skip
is
a
drama.
generation. We've been trying to figure these kids out too. Who they take after? They're different, man.
I know. They are their own people for sure. And they're opposites of each other too.
Oh, is that right?
Oh,
Uh,
yes.
Oh, Okay, look at
Yeah,
these guys. Look at these guys.
I know.
Now, I got this off of your Instagram account, and here's a quote
Yeah.
over here. I got this quote, you guys. It says, "Snacks, iPad, the movie video Frozen, plus a stroller, plus a clothespin, equal peace at the airport lounge." Um, what is the clothespin for?
I just was gonna ask that because I don't think
The
I was there.
clothes. So this is when I was traveling by myself with both kids,
Yeah.
and the clothespin was to hold the iPad on the stroller so that they don't try touching it and fighting over it. And yeah,
Oh, so that's the secret, the little extra secret equipment you got to travel with on
yeah,
clothespin. Okay, I, I
yeah.
I I
I
will
get
tell you.
tape in my bag.
I will tell you. Of course, I come from a whole different generation in which a clothespin was used for something else by my parents. It was
Oh,
a, let's just say it was an implement of discipline.
punishment.
I think they would call it child abuse these days, but the, my mom would show me the clothespin. Oh, okay, that was one.
Oh wow.
Even in church, right? I'm fiddling around in church. My mom would pull the clothespin out of the purse. Just show me the clothespin. That was it. So um, this one is to hold the iPad. So that's a whole different generation. You guys. Uh, how has that affect? How has that changed you guys? KUPAOA, the multi Hoku winning award duo. You've been traveling. You've been writing songs, producing, all of the above. How has these two munchkins who've come along, man? How have they affected your life?
I think it changed everything.
Yeah.
It changed everything. I mean, we're married and didn't have children for like 10 years or more,
Nine,
9, 10 years,
nine
and
years.
in that time we were playing music and, like you said, traveling all over and living a really really good life. And kids came and everything just took a turn. And I think um, musically, business wise, everything, instead of us wanting to be away and to travel to for work, we want to be home now. And so it shifted all of our focuses to just being around the kids as much as possible. Of course, we still have to travel, but now we do the travel that we really want to do. It's not like we have to do everything that comes our way because that's what was paying the bills. We just shifted our professional focuses differently so that we can make it work and we can be home for the kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So ono that picture. I love that picture, you guys. Yeah. So has that affected your songwriting? I mean, how you approach to writing music now? Have you written music?
Um. Yes, it has affected my songwriting,
Not as productive, huh?
and in that I have
Oh,
not written any songs since they have been born because it's hard to find the time. Um.
yeah,
No, I mean, uh, there's still lots of inspiration there, but I think our kids keep us busy,
yeah.
and I think that has hindered my ability to sit down and just focus, which is normally what I need to get a song out there. I've only written songs that I've been specifically asked to write since Gemma was born. And other than that, I mean,
But I'm
it's
sure the
just,
topics and subjects for songs in your head now is vast and endless. You just haven't put them down on the paper yet.
yeah,
Because these kids, man, they
yeah,
always something different
always.
and surprising and
Yeah,
inspiring, I would say.
And
I think
the
so.
way
One
they
day
look at
you'll get back.
also the way they look at life, right, and how they comment on stuff, kind of just doesn't just kind of make you think, ooh, I didn't look at that way, or
Oh,
something how they may express
every day.
themselves, right? You just go, oh,
Yeah,
right, and I think all of that,
it's
just like
wonderful. Yeah.
just like rain, right, that sifts through the lava and goes. I think in your songwriting mind, Nihal, that'll all
Mm-hmm.
kind of come through and settle there as a reservoir of some
Mm-hmm.
amazing music that is yet to be written and yet to be created. I believe
You know,
that.
everybody always asks me too. They're like, "Oh, you must have written so many songs," and I was like, "Mary, who has time?" I was like,
I can
I
tell
was
you,
like, "Yes,
I,
there's
I, I
I
see
would
with
love
your
to write songs, but who has time?
I see
Oh
with
my
your hand like
gosh.
this. Mary, who has time? You know,
Yes, honestly, who has time? I know.
It's so funny. I love it. I love it. You know, we have lots of friends that are popping in that want to say hello. So
Yeah,
I
I
want to
see this.
I want to be sure to say aloha to these wonderful members of our ohana over here. We have Yvette. Aloha, Yvette. She's excited for the concert. She will be there. She just loves Kupaoa. She lives here in Southern California. That's one North Shore girl from
Right.
Kahuku side on Oahu. Yvette.
Oh, right on.
Red Riders Kahuku forever. There we go. There we go. Who else? Brother Marty Burns. There we go, Brother Marty. Right here in Southern California. He's a retired high school football coach, very much connected to sports over here. Aloha, Brother Marty. He also is a great baker. Oh, my goodness. He has a pop up bakery called Broktamat Bakery. Oh,
Oh,
brother is amazing. Here is the kupuna of our ohana over here, Auntie Hetty and Duha. Auntie Hetty says, Auntie Hetty is on. Okay, Auntie. And by the way, she also reminded me last night when we were
oh,
talking, we get tickets. We're going to go. So you're going to see Auntie Hetty and Uncle
oh,
Larry
thank
them
you.
at the
Thank
concert in
you.
Fullerton. Those guys love your music. Um, Brother Bobby Agnew, there's a musician right there. Plays great 12-string guitar, plays bass, plays six string. Aloha, Bobby. Bobby is in the house. And he has a group called California 808 that plays Hawaiian swing music over here. He's very, very talented, brother. Here's C. Honda. Aloha, Kamaka, Killen, and Lee Hao. Welcome. C. Honda is part of Andy Bumatai's Hammerjang gang, and she drops in and checks in with us. That's all the family coming in. They all want to say hello this morning. Oh, Auntie Hetty has a message here. She says, Kalina and Lihao are good friends of our niece and nephew Pomai and
Oh,
Kapua Hao,
yeah.
Kamehameha High School classmate. Is that
Yes, yes. No,
uh,
so Pomai is, I think he's like 1 year older than my brother. But yeah,
ah
him and my brother was buddies in high school. And
ah
so I think they live in Las Vegas now or something, I
oh
think.
yeah, okay,
Or something like that. Yeah, they don't live here at home anymore, but yeah,
ah
Pomai, Kapuahao, they're so awesome.
so good.
Yeah.
Here's Kalani Kazimero saying Shaka, how's
Hey,
it? Hey Kalani, what's up,
how's
Kalani?
it, Kalani?
um, and let me see. Oh, here's Alexandra Kondo. She goes aloha from work. She's sneaking on and watching. We're not gonna tell anybody, Alex. No worries. And here's Uncle Alan Hamada. Aloha from Gardena, California. Just had a great conversation with Uncle Alan. He and the South Bay Community Church have been working with for a number of years now. The folks up in Paradise, California, where they had those decimated fires that decimated that whole
Yeah.
place. And he and the church group have been working with them. And we were talking about some of the parallels of Lahaina with Uncle Alan.
Oh,
And we posted those interviews on our Facebook page and some things that they learned when dealing with folks in Paradise and some of the lessons that can be applied to Lahaina too. So good stuff. If you have a chance, our listeners, check it out. And let me see. Oh, I don't know if you know this guy. What's up, Doug?
hey, Doug.
Hey, Doug is a promoter of the concert coming up. Brother Doug lives in Irvine, California, and just as a reminder over here, I want to show this right now that Kupaoa is going to be in Fullerton on Saturday, September 9th. And 808 Live is
Ooh,
Doug's company, and he is so excited about having Kupaoa join um, the community here in hula and dance and song. And we'll be talking about Po'okela Woods and in just a little bit as well. But if you don't have your tickets now, uh, there's information right there. You can go down and tickets information, 808live at gmail.com, and interact with Doug and his people over there. Oh man, so now uh, as we took a look, I know what I want to do. I was reading a link, Honolulu magazine, you guys, dated 2010, and the byline was Meet this promising Hawaiian music duo. Nobody had ever heard. This is back in 2010. You guys were just baby. You guys were just baby now. 2010. Move forward 13 years. KUPAOA has over 8 Hoku awards, recognition. They are touring all over the islands and southern in California. You guys just came back from Northern California, Granite Bay and Monterey, right? I think it was July.
Yeah.
Up there, sold out shows. The people just love you guys up there. Um, and so, tell us about that journey now. I mean, coming from obscurity, if you will, right? You're just kind of starting out, and you're this new promising group, and now with these hokus under your belt, with the recognition you guys are getting, how do you connect those two? What's the connecting dots?
I,
I,
I think it's all blessings.
Mm.
Definitely, it's all blessings, and these there are so many people along the way who gave us opportunities to help us, get our music out there and introduce us to their audiences, and those were all just they're the reason why we are where we are today. I think, um I don't know.
we also started like all of our friends did back in the early 2000s, playing in the restaurants and the bars and stuff on Oahu, playing a couple places every week. Late night gigs that some of them start at 9 o'clock at night. We played years in these
We were younger
places,
then.
but learning learning Hawaiian music, learning to be entertaining to the audience, because you're forced to. You're not, just. I think it's so different back then than it is now, where you can make an album, you can get a hit, and you're just catapulted to stardom.
Yeah, it is
You know,
different. Like, before, I guess, in the time period that we kind of came out, people, you would find all of these guys playing, like Kellen said.
I can list off the people that before they were Hoku award winning groups and stuff. We all
Yeah.
played the circuit of the same restaurants and the same bars, and
It kind of reminds me of, like, I hear the stories about, Auntie Genoa guys and stuff, and how they used to play all those bars in Chinatown and Waikiki and
mhm,
all that stuff.
we had a good
We had
10 years
our
of that, if
own,
if you ask me, and it's
our
it's not that
generation
way
did.
anymore. Like,
No, it's
you
not.
know, but there was a lot of Hawaiian music in the mid 2000s, I
Yeah,
would say. Yeah,
yeah.
groups like Holu Nape, Hi'ikua, Pirioha, Hoku, Napalapalai,
Nahua
us,
even,
Nahoa,
yeah,
Waipuna.
yeah,
We all played in these places, and we'd go listen to each other, and so for us it's just been starting there, keeping our head down, playing music every week, meeting people, getting these little opportunities to start traveling, meeting audiences abroad, and just Kupa's trajectory. I like to tell people it's like it's wonderfully like this. We
it's
we have a
really
long ways to
like
go. We've
it's
been doing
not
this
like
for a long
this.
time, and we have a long ways to go. We didn't do this
It's a
because
very gentle
you know
slope, very
we can do
gentle.
this for a long time. You're gonna be seeing us, hearing us for a very long time.
Okay, so next time I think of Kupa, I'm gonna think.
Yeah,
Gentle slope,
Oh,
gentle
gentle
slope,
slope, gentle slope.
yeah.
gentle slope.
But to answer your question, I think from what we did starting off, it all little things just connected the dots for us, and we just kind of followed this path that one thing laid itself out in front of us until we were where we are today.
I'm gonna mention one spot that was very. Every time I go home, back to visit my family on Oahu, Garen's Barons was my drop-in spot. My buddy Mitch Ueno had
I
Mm-hmm.
know.
corner kit, corner kitchen,
Corner
In a
kitchen.
kitchen.
corner kitchen right in front of Rainbows on Kapuhulu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a Garen's Barons spot to squeeze into on a Friday night or a Saturday night. all the halal was there. You guys were there
Oh,
in the heyday of Corner Kitchen, right? I mean, like,
any given
wow.
night, it was a place where there was music, and other musicians went to listen,
Yeah,
to
so we
eat.
would go there when we weren't playing there
We was always there.
because the food was so good. And then all of our friends were there. It was like our cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, everybody knew your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch and I go back to the mid 70s. We were both working. Uh, I used to cook, and I used to be in restaurant management, and we both worked at the Hilton Hawaiian Village. At the gosh, what is the name of the restaurant there? I forget now the name of the restaurant, but yeah, that's what we spent many years together, and so good buddy. And whenever I go back, we always have lunch and stuff. We sit at Kimchi too in Kaimaki having having Korean food. Me and Mitch talking story about the old days as well. Yeah, that was a great spot. That was a great spot. Um,
Yeah.
so you shared with me a couple of just beautiful videos, and I just want to take a moment and just share this right here. I think it is so beautiful, and let's just take a moment and enjoy the music of KUPAOA.
Kau kaha e ai ka lewa, lewa e ka uhi wai. He nono he ke nana aku, e hi ka alani e. Kau kaha e ai ka lewa, lewa e ka uhi wai. He nono he ke nana aku, e hi ka alani e. Ka ea leia ka lewa, kau I ka hana waile, pale pale na wai o lalo, aloha no ka ina I ka ua. I ke kulu o ke au moi, mahi e ka alihilani. Kau ka hoa ka I ka mali e me, I leia hi I kua e. I ke kulu o ke au moi, mahi e ka alihilani.
That's chicken skin music, those harmonies, you guys. Stop it already. Stop it. Because those harmonies and the voices are so amazing, so beautiful. Our friends commenting, oh, Doug is saying that you can also do Venmo at 808 Live. So if you have Venmo, you can get tickets or um, do the transaction through Venmo. That's beautiful. Okay,
Hi, Auntie Colleen.
and let's
My
see.
auntie who lives in
Uh,
Vegas is tuning
and
in.
then C Honda says, I met the two of you at my Uncle Jack's service last year. Thank you for learning songs just for that occasion. Ah, there's C. So nice. And there is that Patty Iwasa.
Yeah.
Um,
Hi,
uh,
Patty.
saying from the Bay Area. Um, they're cool. In fact, I was just up there a couple of weeks ago with the Nihomachi people. Ah, Kay Bennett reminds me the place that I worked was the Bali Room at the Hilton Hawaiian Village. Yes, that's where Mitch and I worked at the Bali, um, right there. I don't think it no longer existing over there. In fact, Robert Agnew says, more amazing vocals, chicken skin, brah. I know, right, Robert? that is so beautiful. Okay, we're gonna take one small kind break, and I want to ask you about the third person in your video that we just saw, who was playing the ukulele right there, and let's talk about. This gentleman, I believe, is going to be with you in the concert coming up in just a few days here in Southern California. So we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about something called PIF, PIF. You're going to wonder what that is. Well, you're going to have to stay tuned because when we come back, we're going to talk about PIF. And that, did you know that KUPAOA is piffing? Okay, so we, and nobody get piffed off, but we'll be right back. We'll be right back. Yes, indeed. The Aloha Friday Show, our video podcast that we're now into our fourth year. Sadly, we had to reschedule Wylan, who was going to be our guest this coming Friday. Got a message from him. Of course, Wylan lost his gallery in Lahaina at the fires. He needs to be on Maui on Friday, and so we will reschedule him. However, next week, Friday, and I just got this in, excited to have Edwin Flores joining us for the Aloha Friday show. Who is Edwin Flores? He is the founder of L&L Drive-Ins. So he and his daughter Alicia are going to be guests next week Friday on the Aloha Friday show. Going to be talking about how L&L started, and of course L&L franchise are all over the place now. So going to be a good fun story talking with Edwin. He's a funny guy. He and his daughter next week Friday on the Aloha Friday show. If you just joined us right now, welcome aboard. We're talking with Killen and Lihao Pike all the way from Kilauea, Kauai, in the shade, the shadow of the lighthouse. If you just look at the lighthouse and where the shadow falls, that's where their house stay. Right there, get all the seagulls and get all the. You guys get seagulls stuff on top of your house or what? No, they
Nah, nah.
no no.
No.
But the nene geese, they land on the roof sometimes.
Back in the day when I was living in Kauai, never have all that fencing around the lighthouse. You could drive right up to the
Yeah.
cliffs and whatever. So, but now I noticed last trip they got them all gated off. I guess for insurance purposes, liability and all of that. But back in the day, that was a spot for go and hang out by the lighthouse as well. We are back now, and I want to show just a little bit of this video right here. Let me see. Let's take a look at it. We could see just maybe a minute or two, and then I want to talk about this. Check this out. Oh my, here's a fresh face, and I'm seeing now KUPAOA doing the oohs and ahs, the backup over here. They have a lead singer. Is this what's going on here? Tell me about this. Is this a new transition? You guys, you
After
guys
20
turning.
years, these never break.
Oh my gosh.
This young man,
No, no.
Po'okela Wood. Tell us about this young man.
I've been a fan of him for years and years and years, and
He's a young man. I mean he's not very old, but he's been posting videos on YouTube of himself performing for
that's how
a long time, yeah.
I've
Wow.
originally I heard of him and his music. Like this must have been like almost like
Yeah.
15 years ago.
It
I would
was.
say
Really?
like he was posting on, how like nowadays everybody posts clips of themselves singing on YouTube and stuff, and this was, I didn't even know it was a thing that was happening on the mainland or anything. I wasn't going on YouTube a lot, and he was posting videos of himself singing when he was in probably in college with his friends, and it was just amazing. And so we always knew who Po'okela was, and just it just so happens later on, years and years down the line, he married a very good friend of ours, and so we've been seeing him
All the
just
time.
all the time now, and at the painas and stuff, and
And in fact, she was the one, that first video you showed of us singing with him was a song that his wife wrote. So it was really special for us to be able to have him on that song with us, because that song is
Oh.
is dear to him as well. And we had, because like Kellen said, he married our good friend Mele Aina. we're able to see him all the time, and so we started, you know, um, I guess he knows our music, so
Yeah,
he like, hey, you wanna play? So, um, no, it's we're we're
we're excited to
excited
share
to
the stage
share
with him at
him,
this up and
yeah,
coming concert.
but to share him really with everybody, because he's like you said, a fresh face, new talent that people might not know about, but we feel like you should know
Ah,
him.
and
And so
Tahiti says,
yeah.
Nahi Nahi Mele, the harmony is special when you guys
Oh, thank
harmonize,
you,
right?
Auntie.
Um, and uh, here's Coral. She's saying, I can't wait to hear you guys live. We have an opportunity coming up in Fullerton. And C says he's got a great voice. So
Yes, he does.
He really does.
this is something that we were talking about before we went on the air, if you will, and I called it PIF, and PIF
I was like,
is
what's that?
what's that? PIF is paying it forward, where you have a platform and a certain notoriety, and you've got your base, um, and now you're able to help new talent, um, let them step forward, support them, and I call that paying it forward. These are the ones of the next generation of young people, and I really wish more groups and more entertainers would do that with the younger ones coming up. We need so much guidance. There's so many negative stuff going on here that our young people really need a leg up in a positive way. And musically is a real beautiful way to do that when you see that talent, you guys. So um, thank you so much for doing that. We just love seeing new faces. Not that we don't mind the old faces, but we love to see the new. Not calling you, whoa, come on, you calling me a guys old? What's the matter? No, no, no. I'm the old one over here.
No, but I mean, people did that for us, when we were getting started, and there are so many musicians and people just around in the music industry who supported us. And so I think this is the least we can do, is like you said, take the generosity that was shared with us and share it with others.
Yeah,
That's
I
Yeah.
think it's some of that, and but honestly, what it really is
We're fans.
we want to make a create a wonderful musical experience for everybody that's coming to this show, and so we'd wanted to put together um, our show with artists that we think will just like we can lift each other up, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so it's paying it forward, but it's also creating this experience together
For the listener.
for the
Yeah.
audience, and hopefully it is something that we can continue to do.
Hmm.
You know, it is a hopefully it is a touring package that we can continue to do. And
yeah,
so this is the very beginning of it right now. This is the start. Pokela said he hasn't done anything like this um, before to be featured, and he's played on big stages,
hmm,
but to be featured, I think he said is hasn't been something that he's done before, and
He's nervous.
he's never and
He's
if you come to our shows, we're gonna talk. We're honest with our audience, and we let him in, and hopefully we can have him share
yeah, yeah.
about himself as well
about
too, because
himself. Yeah.
we want to learn about him more too
Yeah.
on that stage with everybody else. So
Because I think it's one thing, right, to sing your songs, um, and be a musician on the stage, but it's an entirely different thing to be an entertainer, and to be able to not just captivate your audience with your talent and your voice, but also to be able to keep them engaged even when you're not singing. By Well, for us, it's just being ourselves. Like that's everybody's like, oh, I feel like I'm like your best friend, like
In
now
the
that I
band,
watched your
yeah,
show.
yeah,
And everything is unscripted, right? Nothing, the interaction between us um is totally 100% authentic. Like, we don't practice anything that we say, and sometimes that gets us in trouble. A lot of times that gets us in trouble on the stage, But I think it's for the audience, it seems as though people respond to that. People respond to that authentic interaction between the two of us, and then they have an opportunity to, learn more about all these original songs that we're sharing, because we have stuff to say, about the songs that we share. And it's these concerts like this, they're such great opportunities for us to be able to share that manao, behind the mele. So
I know I speak for a lot of our friends who just love the mo'olelo behind the stories, yeah, where you before you do the song, you tell the story of the song and the meaning behind the song. That is
mhm.
so special, and you you guys do that, which makes it so special, and that's what draws people into. We love a good mo'olelo, a good story. All of our families are storytellers. We just love stories, and in fact, our whole culture is all about stories and songs and olis that were written about events and the stories that took place that now put to music. And so yeah, that's all part of our
we got
musical DNA. We just love it.
we got to mahalo you guys, um, because the chance for us to speak much here at home when we're performing is far few in between. Like
Yeah.
it's coming up to places like California, and to get in front of an audience who wants that part of the performance, giving us the opportunity to share the reasons why we sing the songs we sing, the reasons, because we there's plenty of songs out there, but the songs that we choose to sing, it's songs that we really have a connection with, and we'd love to share why we want to do this song and that song.
Yeah.
And you guys are such a receptive audience to that. um, at home, it is a lot of song after song performance hula, but a lot of times the Hawaiian music is, unless you're on a concert stage or something, you are really in we play a lot, but you're in the back of whatever else is going on,
Sure.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the performances that we do up in California really keep us energized as performers,
Well,
keep us
Yeah.
you
going.
we soak that in, unfortunately, and I think I speak like Auntie Hetty and Uncle Larry. We talk often, and as well as others that are on uh, today's Tuesday Talk Story, is a lot of things we took for granted when we were living at home. We because it was always there, and it wasn't, and sadly, it wasn't until we moved away that we began to really appreciate more. So when you come and you share those stories, really, we just soak it right in. We sponge and we share the moment with you. And there's Auntie Harry says, I love the parameter of spontaneity. It really is aloha in action when you do that, and it's good fun. It's good fun. Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
I think
Uh,
we take a lot for granted as well. Living here and being surrounded by Hawaii and culture, and sometimes it takes us to be on a stage somewhere else to start talking about something that we just don't talk about back at home, to
hmm,
make ourselves remember
yeah.
all of these things that we take for granted. So yeah,
I
I
remember
totally understand what you're
I was
speaking.
visiting my brother in Kaneohe, and I was going to use his car, and he was working in town. So we're going over that H3 over there. It was raining, and I'd see this beautiful waterfalls coming down. I rolled the window down, and the passenger, I'm taking pictures. He's going, bro, what you doing? I said, I take a picture. He go, bro, you like on tourist. And I look at him, and I go, wow, because he sees that every day when he goes to work, right? I'm looking at the
Yeah.
waterfalls coming out of the mountains, going, look at that beautiful waterfall in the mountains and stuff. So yeah, that's true with the music as well. Here's a question from Colleen. She's saying Vegas soon.
Mhm.
Any trips to go to
So
Vegas?
Colleen is that's my auntie, my dad's sister. So she
Ah,
lives in Las Vegas. So
ah.
she's been waiting patiently for
She
us
get
to
ulterior
plan.
motives. She get ulterior motives.
Yeah. And I do have an update about that. We are in conversation right now.
Yay!
Hopefully in December, if everything
Sweet,
pans out, December will be
sweet.
up there, auntie. So I'll text you.
You heard it first right here on the Talk Story
Yeah.
Tuesday. They're coming to Vegas, you guys.
Yeah.
Coral says, love all your music and the mo'olelo. Yes, the stories
Mahalo, mahalo.
too. Yes, yes, yes. Um, and Wai Olu Olu, oh, she's so beautiful. She says, mahalo for sharing your music during live feeds during COVID.
Oh.
Yes. very uplifting and positive. I remember those podcasts you guys were doing during the COVID time. That was so sweet, you guys. That was
I
great.
think honestly, we did that as much for ourselves as we
Mm,
did it for the folks who would tune in, and we it was wonderful. We kind of had this like a religious group of people who would always tune in every week. There's and the what that the Gemma Jams thing transitioned into, from being us just playing music to us taking the request and then playing it the following week. That was really a wonderful thing for us because it allowed us not to just keep playing music, because during that time of COVID we didn't have any gigs. So
right?
we weren't playing. But it allowed us to keep learning new songs. It expanded our repertoire and kind of pushed us to try new things that we might not, or learn about new songs, or try new genres that we might not normally have tried.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was great to be able to do Gemma Jams every week.
So it was
Yeah,
nourishing both ways. I mean, we
I
enjoyed
think
it so
so.
much and pretty fun. That's good. There's Auntie Colleen. Yeah, you guys coming?
Yeah.
They coming,
I'll
Auntie.
text you, Auntie. When everything's confirmed, I'll text you.
Here's
Oh
Auntie.
yeah, Topo my guys too. Yeah, yeah,
They're in
yeah.
Henderson,
Yeah, we could just
Pomaidam. Yes, there you go, Auntie. She gonna cheer. Now you get a built-in audience coming even before it's announced
yeah.
over here. And you heard it first right here on Talk Story Tuesday, you guys. Uh, Here's Doug said,
How's
"How's the
the skeleton?
skeleton dog? What's that now?"
Skeleton dog is in the ground, dog. Skeleton dog is long gone.
Skeleton dog has, yes, he lived his final days out on
Oh,
Gemma
There's a,
Jams.
there's
oh,
a skeleton dog is in the back of all the Gemma Jams backdrops
oh,
He's like
somewhere in the.
A Halloween prop
oh!
that we just had in all of. Don't worry, it's not like a real dog. Oh my god, it's a plastic prop. Yeah.
It's so funny. We was watching something popped up. Gemma started watching our music somehow on her YouTube stream. I don't know how it's
Uh-huh.
been coming
Oh,
up, but
I
she's
don't
been
know.
seeing some of these Gemma Jam stuff, and she pointed out, like, just like last week, she goes, "Skeleton dog,"
She recognized skeleton dog too.
and she was only like two. Yeah, she wasn't even.
She was like year and a half. Like that was the other great thing, is
You
that we
know,
couldn't see people in person during COVID, but everyone could watch Gemma grow up,
Yeah,
even though we couldn't, connect in real life, because we would bring her on the show for a little time every week, and they would see how it would get increasingly harder for me to keep her still on my lap while I was playing, because she was getting older and bigger. And I mean, gosh, if you guys could see her now, it's hilarious. Like her and Maisie, um, they both love music so much, and I'm so like deeply grateful for that, because they're just appreciators of music, and they love to sing and dance, and I hope they never
beautiful,
lose that.
beautiful. Well, they're surrounded by that, and there's that nourishment to their soul as well. And so, yeah. All right, so let's take a look at this over here. So there is um, Pokella, and tell us about the young lady in the middle right there.
So that is Hi'ipoi Kanahele Wakamelau, and she is a native of Niihau.
Wow.
And she moved to Kauai when she was, I guess, to go high school, is what she was telling me. She's a few years younger than we are, um, but she is an amazing talent. Her voice is
yeah.
incredible.
Here on Kauai, she is
She's pretty popular.
very, very popular,
Yeah.
well
Wow.
known.
Okay.
Yeah,
But outside of she has three young children. I mean, if people have told me that I'm crazy, but she has three children, 3 years of age and under.
Oh my.
Oh yes.
Wow.
So it's hard for her to travel, but we mahalo to her family and her support system in Waimea on over here in Kauai, because they're allowing her to get away for the weekend with us. And
Uh-huh.
so we're going to bring her up, and she's going to play some songs with us, and you folks will just be able to hear her incredible talent. And but
Wow.
she also is a Niihau shell lei and jewelry maker.
Ooh.
So she'll be
Ooh.
bringing some of her creations to sell at the event as well. And I believe that Doug can probably chime in on chat about this, but um there also be Doug also purchased one from her to raffle off at this event.
Ooh. Auntie Hetty, you
So
heard that?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, if you guys don't get the raffle, still, you know, bring your kala, and
Oh
this is
yeah,
your
bring
chance
your
There you go.
to
kala.
get. This
You
is authentic.
this is authentic Nihao shell jewelry from the maker
Wow.
herself. She,
Handpick the shells herself, and
yeah.
like,
Sweet.
yeah, the connection hasn't been broken. You know, plenty of people make Nihao shell jewelry, but this is
Hmm.
like from the shells on Nihao, hand picking to hand making to,
Yeah.
I mean,
They call
So
it in law enforcement. They call that chain of custody. Yeah,
the chain of
chain of
yes,
custody has
yes,
not been
yes.
broken.
The chain of custody has not been broken. That's right.
Yeah.
But it's I mean it's wonderful. Her first language was Hawaiian, because she was born and raised on Niihau, and it's amazing to me because I'm gonna post it maybe later on this week. There's a video that because we did all of these live videos, like the ones that you've been showing, to just share the music of these talented folks so that you guys know, or maybe are intrigued by what you see on the videos and want to hear more.
Hmm.
But she does the song that Iam Tongi did on American Idol, the Monster song by
Oh,
James Blunt.
oh
So
my.
she does a beautiful rendition of that. But
Wow.
when she sings, her English has a Hawaiian accent. And
Yeah.
her grammar in English is a little bit loose because she's mostly, she speaks Hawaiian. So that's, but I love it because I don't know, Ken is like, it's like my favorite version of the song because it's so not only is her voice beautiful, but it's so real. Like when she sing,
Nice.
like when we shot the video, I was almost in tears by the end of it
Aw.
because I was like, oh my god, she's so good. This song is so good. Like,
Let's. I think
yeah,
I have just. I think you sent me. Let's just take a look at this.
I sent you a
Should we
clip
watch
of
it?
her. Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just do this right now. Okay, here we go. Oh my, strong, powerful, just warm, loving voice. Oh my goodness, you
There's
guys.
that rawness, right, about her vocal delivery that you cannot teach that.
Yeah.
That's innate. And
Uh-huh.
it's so beautiful. And so we're huge fans of her music, and so we're delighted. We're super excited that we get to bring her to Fullerton to share her with all of you, and hopefully this will be the first time that you're seeing of many times that you'll be able to see
Nice.
her. So
Nice.
yeah,
So Sihan,
that's
this
it.
is
These artists,
breaking
Okela
news.
and Pipoy, we want to see them headlining the show. You
Yeah,
know, we
Hiipoe
want them
Po'okela.
to be
Yeah, we
headlining
want
the
them to
thing,
be.
and like,
Wow.
Yeah. Mm.
Wow. Sihan, this is
yeah,
breaking news from Talk Story Tuesday. On Tuesday, we heard it right here.
Yes.
Boy, and oh my. Yvette says, my birthday's coming up. We're talking about the Ni
Oh,
Hao.
yes.
Auntie Hetty says, oh, that's funny. Auntie Hetty says, yeah, I'll bring Uncle's credit card. Yeah, you do that, Auntie.
All right. Yes.
hey, we
Yeah.
don't like cause friction in the ohana.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, there's Kainoa. How's it, Kainoa? That's my girl, Kainoa. She's saying so beautiful. I know, right, Kainoa? Oh my goodness, that is just wonderful.
Oh, and
The
Doug is reminding us too, yeah, that in addition to the lei pupu, we're gonna be raffling off a Kualoha tenor ukulele that Kualoha has so generously donated. So that's exciting.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice, very good. Thanks for sharing that, Doug. Hey, man. Um, and C says I can picture ancient singing with her. Definitely have that. Yes, very innate, very organic, very. You cannot teach that kind of stuff. You cannot teach that. I mean, it's yeah.
Ooh,
Wow, wow,
raffling
wow,
off
wow.
Disneyland tickets too.
Oh,
Ooh,
Doug.
wow.
You're pulling out all the stops, man. You know, you know, I love it. I love it, Doug. Well, thanks for sharing that. So we get some ni hao, possibility of you of some ni hao shells, lays. We have koaloha ukulele, and also Disneyland tickets.
Something for
Well,
everyone.
I should say. Maybe some tickets for Gemma and for Maisie too. We never know. um,
Gemma is coming with us
oh, she is
for
coming.
this
Okay.
event. She is coming with us. Yes.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Maisie gonna stay home with the
Maisie's
Ohana?
gonna have some one-on-one time with my in-laws here on
Oh,
Kauai, who she
okay.
adores.
Uh-huh.
So it'll be really nice for her to have some one-on-one time. Normally, Maisie comes and Gemma stays behind, but this time we're flipping the script. So bringing Gemma with us. So if you come next weekend, you might get to meet Gemma when you will bring her out for a little
Bring,
while
bring
on
her
the
out.
stage.
Bring her
Yeah.
out. And
But we're bringing
Scallop.
her to Disneyland, and it's a secret. So
Don't
don't
tell
tell
Oh,
her.
her.
shh.
Don't
Don't
tell
Okay.
tell
her.
her.
Shh.
Doesn't
Cannot.
know.
Can,
Yeah,
shh.
but
Yeah.
Okay. All
has
right.
no idea.
No, no
Exactly.
idea. Okay. Oh, and she's never. Well, she's only 2, 4. She's been to Disneyland before.
No,
No, but she
no.
loves everything about
She's
it.
Oh.
so
And
into the Disney princess stuff. Like, it's crazy.
Oh.
Yes. She has all the dresses. Like, I'm constantly doing laundry because she's constantly changing multiple wardrobe changes in a day. Like, it's crazy. But it's she's gonna lose her mind. Like when we go, but it's her early birthday present because she
uh,
turns 4 just a few days later. So
oh, awesome.
yeah.
Okay. Um, I do want to take time for two things here that I really love talking about. And the first one here is your connection with and your interaction with these two people right over here,
Oh yeah.
Louis and Fumi from Hana Pepe. Tell us about your connection with them and moving forward with what you wear and the apparel and all of that, please.
we,
Well, they were our clothing sponsors.
but we met Louis a long time ago.
Yeah,
For he was a still is a DJ on KKCR,
radio.
community radio here on Kauai, and we met years and years before we started um, wearing the Puahina clothes.
Hmm.
But yeah, we went to them for sponsorship some years later, and they sponsored us for many years. And
And then they wanted to retire, and so they let us know that they were going to sell the company. And so we kind of jokingly said, "Oh, who's going to make our clothes? Like, oh, we're so sad." And they said, "Well,
you like print your own.
do you want to buy the company from us?" And we're like, so like for a day, we talked about it and we realized that we knew nothing about the retail clothing industry. And we're like, let's do it. Like,
This is
even
still this
though,
is still the tail end of the
oh,
pandemic.
this was during the tail. Yeah,
So
this is, yeah.
music still hasn't came back for us. We still, and also um we had Gemma,
We had
right? When we were in
Gemma.
the
I
talks
had
about
just
this.
had Maisie.
Did you just have
Yeah, I
music?
had just had Maisie.
And
She
so
was just a few months old.
like we're saying earlier, like things for us, we having the kids just changed everything for us, and this opportunity just came seemingly at the right time. Um, so we dove in, not knowing how much time and how
the
much
the
change
learning
it'll
the
make.
learning curve was
Sure.
steep. Yes.
Yeah,
Um, but I think it's allowed us to diversify um, our offerings and also the way that we make a living. And I
Ah,
think that has been such a blessing for us because it has allowed us to stay home or be closer to home. Um, and not have to rely solely, because we were full-time musicians before COVID. We only did music. And so COVID was in some ways really kind of um jarring for us, but it created these other opportunities. So we have we make, so Kellen learned how to silk screen, and it's
Wow.
Kellen actually, he hand silk screens all of our clothes.
Wow.
So everything that Puahina, the name of the company is Puahina. So everything that Puahina offers is hand silk screen by Kellen. And his cousin, she was in the picture there with the red shirt on.
Uh-huh.
Um, she is Kellen's helper in the screening, but she also is a tremendous artist. So she will, if anything isn't the print of the actual leaf itself, it's Candace there in the red shirt that hand draws everything for us as well.
Wow.
So we really are like truly a family business. Like, we've got family working for us, and we own it together. Um, and then, as if that wasn't enough for Kellen, he and Mark decided that we had the silk screening stuff.
Uh-huh.
And so he and Mark decided they wanted to release um, a t-shirt company, or create a t-shirt company that had the same name as their band, Everyday Local. So now they make all of these t-shirts now too for Everyday Local. So they have their own, website and company. So Everyday Local has apparel.
Well, the reason is like we're doing Puahina is primarily a women's line,
Yeah, we do only a few
and I'm
pieces for
printing women's
men.
clothes all day long,
And he's
every
bored.
single day. No, it's not that. Not even that. I just have nothing
He's
of
like,
my own
I
stuff to
only have
wear.
polo shirts to wear.
Oh, they
When
have
can I
photo
wear?
shirt.
I don't have when I travel. I don't have clothes to wear when and so we wanted to make our own clothes to
So
wear
Kellen,
because we have all
that's your
types of
story.
clothes.
Guys, that's your story, and you're sticking to it.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it. If people want to buy the shirts, great. If not, we're gonna keep making them to wear ourselves.
So for our friends, right down below, lower right hand corner, kupaoa.com, and you can look at the toolbar. You can learn get their music, learn about them. There's some YouTube videos that are just beautiful, and there's also a link right there to Puahina. You click
Puahina.
on that,
Yeah.
boom, there's all of that, and then also you can go as we said earlier, right over here to Everyday Locals. There you see the
Is it
website
Hawaii?
in the middle of the
It's-
page, everydaylocal.com.
I think
That's
it's
their.
everyday local Hawaii.
Oh,
I think it's Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, I did it wrong. Okay, erase. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is
Hawaii.
everydaylocalhawaii.com.
Yeah,
Okay,
Hawaii. Gotta have
all right,
Hawaii.
all
Because
right.
I think everydaylocal.com, I think it's a grocery store
Oh,
or something.
hey,
I don't
you guys might
know. I know.
bridge also into the grocery business. Take over
Oh
that.
Lord. No, we have our hands full.
Currently offering eggplant and tomato is growing in
Yeah,
the yard
I
now.
know, I
you
know.
never know. And then Gemma and Maisie, take over the restaurant piece, and then you have
Oh my God.
your Kupaoa special plate lunches and stuff, and then you never
Well,
know.
you mentioned Gemma and Maisie with this. I mean, I think for me that for me at least, probably Kellen too. This is a lot of the reason why being able to have Puahina was so exciting for us. Um, we don't know if our children will be talented in the musical
Huh?
area of life. We don't know. Um, but with Puahina, at least I can, be sure that I have something to give to them if they want to take over that business. I
Mhm.
can't necessarily hand a band over to them, if they're not into music, or something like that. But I can hand over a clothing company to two
Mhm.
little girls. That's
Yeah,
totally possible.
yeah.
So just the idea that we have something to give our children, a future to give them, is
Or
was
lunch truck, Kupaoa
or
lunch truck. You.
whatever, because we're really good cooks. That's why
I
I look the way
know,
I look.
I know.
Yeah.
There's Gary Gotori, aloha from Corona, California. Gary Gotori has
Aloha. That's it.
951 Ukulele Shop, the biggest little ukulele shop in Inland
Oh my
Empire. Empire, yeah. So brother Gary
God.
has
Awesome.
just opened up his ukulele shop, and let me see. Oh, there's C Honda. making sure we get it correct. Everydaylocalmusic.com. That's what she's
Okay, so that's for the music, but there's also a link on the music page to the apparel.
sweet.
So yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
You should
cat,
just make that
Thank you.
one page.
Thank you, C.
no,
No,
And then
yes,
and C is making sure that we get it. I get it correctly over here. I love it. Thank you, C. KUPAOA.com for all things KUPAOA right there on it. Oh, you guys,
yeah,
good fun hang out with you guys. Thank you so
yeah, yeah.
much. We
Thank you for having us.
our pleasure, our pleasure. Once again, I'm going to throw this up there, just the kind, cause gotta make sure that we're all good. 808 Life, and that's brother Doug over there, Kupaoa with Po'okela Woods, and Hi'ipoi is going to be
Yep,
there as
Boy will
well,
be there as well. Yep,
featuring her. And there's all the information. You can see that on all of the Sandwich Island social network pages. You can see it on Hawaiians, Hawaiians at Heart, Hawaiian music gigs near you. I have connections to all of those concert announcement sites on that we put all of this information on. And we will see you on Saturday, September 9th in Fullerton for
yeah.
it's actually going to be headlining Gemma. I mean, I'm just saying, you guys are back up. You guys are back,
yep.
Yep.
back up on
I'm
that.
getting used to that. Yeah, nobody wants to see us anymore. Everybody wants to see the kids. Nobody cares about me and Kellen. Where's Gemma and Maisie?
That is beautiful, man. Big mahalo to you guys for coming. I know it's
Thank
earlier in
you.
the morning over there. You guys start your day. Um, and uh, many blessings and so much aloha from all of us here on the Sandwich Island Social Network. Let me see. Auntie Hetty says, gonna be a great concert. Chee-hoo. We got a chee-hoo right in.
We look forward to seeing all of you, and tell
Ah,
your friends, bring your ohana. It's gonna be such a beautiful night of music, and we're looking forward to some beautiful hula as well. So we've been working with the kumu of the halal, who's gonna be sharing music with us. So it's gonna be a really special evening. So please join us.
gonna be good fun, you guys. We'll close
Yes.
out the session. Um, Kilin and Lihao are going to go back into the green room where we get the sushi platter over there, get the smoked marlin. We get all of that. We're going to see you guys later. Mahalo.
Mahalo nui.
We're gonna talk
Thank
story
you
in just
so
a
much,
little
Uncle
bit.
Kamaka.
Ah, my
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Hang on, you guys. I'll be right with you guys. Thank you so much for dropping in to Talk Story Tuesday. Good fun, you guys. Mahalo to everyone. And in fact, mahalo, Kilin and Lihao. That's C Honda. Everybody's saying their aloha right now. Coral says, "See you on the 9th. Looking forward to it. Gonna be good fun over there." We give a big aloha, and we're gonna go out with a song by Kilin and Lee Hao, written by a dear friend of mine, the late Mike Young. Here we go. Aloha, everybody.
Come on.